tell me if you have seen anyone that is applying for JAMB, is going to the university, and the person is just like, this university I'm going to, I just want to make it third class and leave. Definitely, there will be nobody like that. And even if they are, you should know there's something wrong. But why is it that everybody aims for, or let me say, most people aim for a first class, but then they don't eventually get to have it? And it's not because of their unseriousness. It's just something they can't even explain sometimes. So I've come to realize that some of these things that cause people to deviate from their goal or from their plan of achieving a first class is not really something that is self-caused. What I mean by that is not something that was caused by their own unseriousness. Sometimes it's just basic needs such as food. And I'm saying this because I experienced food insecurity personally, and I know how that can be. If you don't know what food insecurity is, it's basically worrying about where your next meal will come from, or even hunger itself. You don't have now. You don't even know where the next one is coming from. So I saw this post recently, and it encapsulates what I would have loved to talk about in detail here, and I might still need to like explore the theory maybe in subsequent videos, because I don't want to make this one too long. So the main point here is just to highlight the problem of hunger and food insecurity among students, among undergraduates in especially public higher institutions, because not all of us are Nepo babies here in public higher institutions, so you should know how it goes. So I'm just highlighting this because I know that it was a major problem I faced, and I also went into UI with the hope that, okay, yeah, first class or nothing, but then I came out with a true one, and well, it wasn't really bad, but then I was not happy that I did not get what I wanted, because my goal was first class. And you might feel like, what's the point of first class anyway? Now, if you've seen some scholarship or even some things you want to apply for, they'd be like minimum of 2-1 or first class. So just having that alone, even if you don't want to be using it as a bragging right or any other thing, just have that alone for maybe when such things come up. So yeah, you might say, what is the need, especially with this present economy, the present things going on? But definitely not everybody will be exposed to. We have a lot of opportunities that everyone has. So it might still come down to you using your first class or your degree at the end. So that is exactly what I'm saying. Why allow things such as food, basic needs such as food, to deter you from achieving those things? Then when you eventually come out, because that's what happens, when you eventually come out, you now have the time to hustle, you cannot afford those things. But it wouldn't make sense for people to hear that it's because you could not get basic things such as food, basic needs. Now, I'm not even saying maybe you want to buy clothes or buy some other expensive things. I'm just saying basic things such as food. Now, not a lot of people will be able to relate with this, and I understand, because not everybody will face the same thing, but those of you that faced it, or those of you that are facing it presently, you understand what I'm talking about. So it was because of a situation like this, or a challenge like this, that was why I established the our Common Pot Food Bank project. It's basically a project where looking at, okay, how can I support undergraduates through food? Because a lot of scholarships, you see, they provide school fees, they provide school fees, but then they don't provide feeding. So you've gotten your school fees, you've gotten maybe probably money for books, but the money is not even enough to now take care of you throughout the semester. So how do you maintain your scholarship? How do you maintain your academic standing when some of those things you no longer even have them? So I tried to come up with a solution to this, and that was what brought up the our Common Pot Food Bank project. So the long-term goal is to provide a semester-long feeding program for students in other institutions, but for now what we just do is give away at regular intervals to just support students. So I'm highlighting this problem because it is not a problem that people, or a lot of people, often talk about. And even when people talk about it, they just be like, I faced TAPA when I was still an undergraduate, when I was in the university, but they don't talk about the fact that, okay, there's a need to actually address this because it's a challenge. Fine, you, just like I mentioned, you might not look at the long-term goal of saying maybe you want to do something with your first class, but then just having it alone and having it at once is something to be proud of. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but yeah, I believe it's something to be proud of. So there's no point saying it doesn't really make sense. Nobody is going to the university with the goal that they just want to have a third class or one bad result. Everybody wants to make it big, and everyone wants to achieve success. So yeah, that is exactly why I'm highlighting this. So I'm also seeking for more support for the foundation, because if we have more support, we'll be able to reach out to more students and support them. And I'm also trying to raise awareness about the issue, because this is something very serious. So in subsequent videos, I likely be exploring this Maslow hierarchy of needs, because it's something that is very, very important to like a discourse like this. I'm a researcher. I do a lot of research, and I've written some articles about philanthropy. I'm very interested in the philanthropy aspect, or should I say philanthropy sector. So yeah, I'm very interested in it, and I'm looking at how we can make more impact through philanthropy, and how we can, you know, make a better society. So if you are willing to support, you can reach out in the comment section. You can drop anything you want to support, and we can discuss ideas too. So in the subsequent videos, I'll be talking, in the next video, I'll be exploring more of this Maslow hierarchy of needs, and just explain some things that you might already be experiencing and you don't even know that it is already rooted in research, that a lot of research has been done about them. So yeah, thank you so much.